Hey, welcome guys. You're now tuned into the Mr. and Mrs. Goodbread Show. I am your host, Mr. Goodbread. Now guys, today what I want to do is I want to go over what's the difference between a beta male and an alpha male. Man, why are you always talking about your old self? Don't you know I'm Goodmoney Gus? No, I'm Goodmoney Gus. You just a collective character of individuals
And really,
that you thought was cool. What really make you so different from me? What makes me different? I'll tell you exactly what makes me different from you. Guys, you check out this intro, and when we come back, we'll talk about it. Back. Unfortunately, the beta male me, you know what I mean, he did what beta males normally do, and that's they don't like to face the music, so they don't want to hear nothing when it comes to realness, you know what I mean? They're much like the 71% women that I teach you guys to stay away from. They in denial, you know what I mean? They're in their own delusion. All right, so I have prepared the list to tell you why the alpha male version of me is better than the beta male version of me. Alright guys, so let's start this list off with the beta male version of me was high on validation. He loved validation. Like, you like validating women, you like giving women compliments, you know what I mean? And you do that because you young, early in life you learn that gets you on base, you know what I mean? That ain't never get you to the score, but it gets you on base. You learn that young, you know what I mean? And that journey is also programmed in you from parenting, you know what I mean? Depending on how you was raised, you know what I mean? To worship your moms and to worship the woman, you know what I mean? So a lot of that's gonna be the hardest thing that beta males gotta get out their system, because beta males just always nice. They just always nice to women because they think if the nicer you are to women, the closer, the more that the woman's supposed to give you sex. See, that's the thing with the beta males. They think that by being nice guarantees them the sex. And that's not always the case, as we see in modern day society. You know what I mean, guys? Number two, guys, you allow people, you know what I mean? He allowed people to manipulate his moves. And you could tell just by the way he act. Just by the way the beta male me act, you could tell he just allowed people to manipulate his moves. That's not who he really is. You know what I mean? He is not who he really is. I'm really the real Goodmoney Gus, because I am who I am. You know what I mean? That guy, that version of me was not who he really is. He was a collection of a bunch of guys that he found cool. Whether that mean actors, rappers, guys in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? And he just took all of their swags, put it together, and just was them. But he never was him. So he never had that sense of feeling of accomplishment for who he is. You know what I mean? So now he have to rap. He have to do things that, you know what I mean, is accepted, and to get acceptance, to gain acceptance. That's what beta males do. They do things for acceptance. They buy the watch so they get accepted by this crowd. They buy this, they buy that. People can manipulate what they buy. People manipulate what they shop for. They go and shop and buy this so that they could look good for these type of people, for those folks, you know what I mean? And all of that is puppeteer. You're a puppet, you know what I mean? That's being a puppet. So, you know what I mean? That's when he asks what makes you better. That's what makes the alpha male me better than the beta male me. Because I don't care. I could care less what anybody say about me. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to get to this bag how I get to this bag regardless. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody to tell me. You know what I mean? This is what I mean by majority of the guys are not thinking for themselves. Beta males do not think for themselves. They like to think that they think for themselves, but they don't think for themselves. They think for acceptance of that gatekeeper of that particular group that they trying to get accepted into. You know what I mean? So the rappers, they're all acting as if, because they gotta cater to that group. They gotta, you know what I mean? If the gatekeepers in that group is doing this to get this, then that's what they're doing. And they're bringing that to their social media character, and then they're acting that in their real life character. You know what I mean? They bring it to the extreme online. Online, you can exaggerate that character that you're copying. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that makes me better. Number 3, guys, that ties right on in to trying to please everybody. Beta males, they tend, like that guy, he tend to want to please everybody. He think he could be cool to everybody. He want to be cool for the women, gangster for the guys, or whatever the guys he's around. He want to be that for them. It's like a constant act. And in that constant act, guess what? You lose who you are. You know what I mean? When you could constantly pump other people up, and you pump other people up, and you lose who you are. You know what I mean? These are gonna be the guys that get into these relationships as a beta male because of bad parenting. Now you get into these relationships and you cater and you cater and you cater to the woman and you get nothing in return. You know what I mean? That's that guy right there. That's why that guy ended up with the baby moms and the drama and the issues like that. You know what I mean? Trying to please everybody, trying to follow. You're a follower. You know what I mean? That's what beta males are. He a straight follower. You know what I mean? So ain't gonna ask me what makes me better. That's what I follow my own mind. You know what I mean? I follow my own mind. If I don't want to do it, I ain't doing it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't care who I piss off. You know what I mean? Absolutely. When I go on Facebook, when you guys see me on social media, I'm kicking the real. I'm giving you the real, and I don't give a hell who feel mad, who feel away. You know what I mean? They block me. I'm like right now I'm in Facebook jail because I know somebody done got triggered and probably hit this guy's bullying, this guy's a hate speech, or, you know what I mean? Who knows, you know what I mean? Facebook is its own probably just try to silence me. Believe it or not, guys, number 4, this guy, he ain't take risks. The beta male Good Money ain't take risks. I held some songs, I held some music that I should have just threw out there. Who cares if somebody would have stole a concept or whatever? He should have took more risks. It would have put me in a better position. You know what I mean? Because when you 20, when you that young, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take risks because the brunt of those risks don't affect you as much. When you get older now, when you get to be my age, and you start to realize how some risks should have been took so that you could have been in a better position. You know what I mean? So that's what makes me better. That I can identify that motherfucker should have took some more risk in life. You know what I mean? So that I ain't got to work this hard. Because I wouldn't be working this hard. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it and I've caught it. I caught it and switched it just at the nick of time. When I tell you at the buzzer, this was at the buzzer switch. And that's how crucial it is, guys. And this is why I tell you young people, shake the beta, all right? We are beta. You are beta. If you grew up without a moms, you're beta. If you grew up without a dad, you're beta, all right? We already went through, check that video where I told you how you're beta. 3 ways our parents make us beta. And that's no disrespect and that's no bash. But the closer and the faster you understand that, then the better off you are and the easier you can shake it. And this video is a spin-off of that video, because this is how you get rid of the nonsense. This is how you really identify those key traits, because you just saw the beta male me just rudely interrupt me and try to be all flashy and all for the look at me show. You know what I mean? For acceptance, because he want to be cool. Cool do not get you money. Cool don't get you the money. Being the life of the party don't get you the money. You know what I mean? Number 5, guys. Definitely, as you saw, he was too worried about his appearance. Beta males, they too worried about their appearance. They're too worried about how they look. You know what I mean? People in general. You know what I mean? Even 71% women, they're too worried about how they look. Look is not everything, guys. Looks is not everything, man. You know what I mean? When you get older, when you get my age, you learn to only read and worry about behavior. If the behavior don't match what was coming out of their mouth or the looks, then you understand. You understand a lot. You know what I mean? It's all about the behavior. You know what I mean? But you could tell he was only worried about the look. He looking for the 71s. The 71s is gonna attract him because he ain't on his purpose. All he looking for is a good time. So he gonna overlook the 29% women and he gonna end up with a 71% woman, right? And he look like he got money, so he gonna end up with a what? With a baby, because he look like he got money. Then what's gonna happen? He's gonna end up with the drama, because once he have the baby, she gonna realize he ain't got no money. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of us problems. That's why we have to shake the beta. We cannot stay hell of a sons for too long. You know what I mean? We cannot stay hell of a sons for too long, guys. That's the perfect segue, guys, for you already know that type of brother was the type of brother to spend a lot of time with broke women. A lot of time with broke women. He fronting, she fronting. You know what I mean? But because of society, he gotta put out. You know what I mean? He gotta put out to the fronting girl because the man's supposed to. You know what I mean? So now he got a front, she fronting. You just a waste of time when you could be on your purpose. You know what I mean? Like me right now, I don't deal with any 71% women. I don't deal with 71% women. I'm the type of person that I have a party with a bunch of 29% women here. You know what I mean? Women that have act right, women that have sense. I don't deal with women that do not care. You know what I mean? And that is selfish. I don't deal with selfish type women. You know what I mean, guys? And you shouldn't either. It's not healthy. It's not conducive to what you're doing. And last but not least, guys, number 7, that's a man that didn't invest in himself. You know what I mean? He investing in it right now. You can tell the way he just jump on the platform with his chains, hat to the back. You know what I mean? He too cool for school. He too cool for school. Let the music go past. Hope I don't get no copyrights right now. But, you know what I mean? I don't know why they do that. Put the music super loud like that in their car. Just, you know what I mean? But in any event, that's beta male activity right there. That's hungry for attention, guys. See? We get an example live and direct right now. I hope I don't get copyright strike for this right now, guys. But this is all for attention. This is like male peacocking. That's when males peacock. That's what that's for. Like, you know what I mean, guys? It's real weak behavior. But at the end of the day, guys, you want to always become an alpha. I hope you guys got the message and why it's important to not stay beta and not ignore the beta male traits that we have in us. You know what I mean? It's nothing that say you can't do what you want to do, and it's nothing that say you can't be different, because we all going to be different. You know what I mean? But to ignore the fact that you is a hell of a son is crazy and obnoxious to me, guys. You do not have to be paying for cooch. You know what I mean? You do not. You know what I mean? It's some things that a lot of you 80% beta males do on the low out of the desperation of the box that is not manly. And that's why you guys get called weak, and that's why you guys get your feelings hurt at the end of the day. So this is not a knock, and this is not a bash to any beta males. This is what this channel is over here for. This channel is to help you self-improve. So now if you want to watch this video and you want to look at everything that I mentioned that the old me was doing, so that you know if you doing those things that the old me was doing, you need to stop. And you need to make yourself more alpha, guys. Alright? I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean? And go back and hit the channel. You know what I mean? Watch some other videos so you can come update with the terminologies. And just enjoy yourself and have a good time, guys. Have a good time. We gonna get out this struggle, because it's a trap. But I got a blueprint. You know what I mean? You might as well call me the male Harriet Tubman. I'm going to get us out of here, guys. I'm going to get us out. Just be patient with me, and I'm going to get us out. I promise you that.